Thank you. My name is Uday Macaden. I represent Samsung Enterprise, and I look after the channel for Samsung Enterprise in India. Been with Samsung for 11 and a half years now, and it's been a very exhilarating journey as to see how we've shaped up the company, and that's only been true because of the trust that we have from our channel partners and our distributors. So thank you all. When I look out here, all I can see is opportunity because there are very familiar faces, some dear friends, and a lot of new faces which we want to capitalize into opportunity. So as I look out, I see opportunity. All I'm asking is when you look back, hopefully this presentation will also show you a lot of opportunity so that we can work together and take this forward. The basic mantra that we work on is powering progress together. That's how the channel works. This is how all the channel managers as well as sales managers works with our T1s and T2s, right? So I just wanted to, everyone knows about the brand Samsung, but these are the accolades that we've been having and holding for multiple years. We've been ranked one in most of the verticals and categories, and we will continue to do so with the investments that we will have. So we are a global brand with a leadership, and we look at always having that one number on all our categories. I had a suggestion from one of our team members. I'll just like to make a little interactive. Can any of you tell me a company that is into manufacturing of processors? Just shout out a name. It's competition, it's okay. Any name of a company that manufactures processors? I heard Intel and AMD. Fine. Any company that manufactures networking switches and solutions? The complete Geo network is supported by a certain brand. Cisco, okay. Ruckus, okay. Quantum, HP, Aruba. Any company that has system air conditioning? Okay. Schneider, okay. Any company that has smartphones? Okay. Any company that has consumer electronic products? Can you name one company that does all of these? So I make my point that there is tremendous opportunity in the plethora of products that we have, and it's a journey that we would want to initiate from the IT perspective. We are the latest entrants on the laptop aspect. We call it NPC, Note PC. But this is just to give you an idea of what all it is that Samsung does in the enterprise space also. So there's a lot of awareness that we're trying to create. We may be reaching you, we may not be reaching you. Please do reach out to us. We have a battalion of people from Samsung India outside. You can also visit us at the booth and interact with us. We are looking forward to enabling you to work with us to do more business. So when we look at B2B offerings, we look at innovation, security, and service. Innovation is something that Samsung prides itself on. We are the global #1 company with 6,000 plus patents. Those patents enabled by our R&D, which spends $21 billion plus every year on innovation, new product development, new solutions. We have 30 plus R&D centers, of which 3 are in India, and the largest outside of Korea is also in India. The investments in India from Samsung are tremendous. We also have 35 plus manufacturing capabilities. 2 of them are in India. One very close by in Noida is the world's largest mobile factory across all OEMs. globally. It's in India, in Noida, right? So this is the investments that we have. Coming to security, and gentlemen and ladies, I'm just giving you a brief. We would want to engage with you outside as you enter at our booth so that you can have a hands-on experience and more deeper discussions with each of you individually. Samsung manufactures its own hardware. Therefore, we have control over the kernel, the OS, and the applications that come onto our devices. We support that with software because what we have understood is that this meshing of the two is what gives you the edge and the customer the value that they're looking for. Again, it's an integrated solution. This solution is across our complete range of products, be it a smartphone to a bespoke refrigerator. One of the most important aspects of any sale is service. Samsung, and I'm very proud to say this, has a coverage in India of 100% of all PIN codes. We service pan-India, and we do this with credibility, and we can help you if you're quoting into any accounts or any tenders. We can give you all the detailing that is required for you to substantiate this. We have 24 cross-7 support coming in from our services, as well as remote diagnostics. So this is just to give you a brief of, we had only one slide, so we couldn't put all of them there, but that's all the verticals and industries that we cater to. Just to highlight that we also have health and mobile equipment. We are the leaders in signage and smart LED. We have consumer electronics and mobile computing. And all of these things can talk to each other. So when it comes to B2B, what is it that is the differentiators that we bring to the table? When everyone thinks of Samsung, you normally think of consumer, but what is it that we bring from a commercial perspective? So Galaxy AI was introduced by Samsung in our handheld devices, which we have now taken to other brands and categories of our devices. Some of the most, I was looking at this from an AI perspective. Everyone's talking about AI. It's a great buzzword to have, but at the end of the day, what does it help you with? It's productivity. What can I do with a greater outcome with the same set of resources that I have? And that's how AI comes into play. We've made AI so seamless that you do not even know that you're using it. So when it comes to productivity, communication, and security, this is our 3 verticals of focus and how we have brought AI into that business. So with our latest launches, which we have of the S24, the Fold 6, and the Flip 6 series, there are these aspects that you can look at from a productivity perspective. We have Note Assist, which helps you take notes as you're having a conversation, having a meeting. It can actually build that. We have Transcript Assist, which will capture each speaker, list out what they're saying so that you can convert it into a note and send it out later without wasting any other time writing down the points, wondering who said what in what order. We have Circle to Search. It just makes it easier. You have a query about something, just draw a circle around that aspect. It'll search the net and come back to you in a jiffy. It's the milliseconds that our engineers have worked on to get that information in your hands. When it comes to communication, this is something unique. I work for a South Korean company. I don't speak Korean. The last 4 days, I was roaming around India with Andrew Chung, who is our worldwide corporate vice president for commercial notebooks. He speaks Korean fluently. He's settled in Korea. Thankfully, he was speaking English, but if I had to speak to him in Korean, I would have a problem in communicating what I had to. If I had my Note 6 with me, which I can use, to have a conversation with him, I am speaking in English, it's converting it into Korean on the fly. He's speaking in Korean, it's converting it into English. As well as I can see it on the screen, so there is no misinterpretation. I can see exactly the words that are being used or the sentences that are being used. All of this makes life easier when you're looking at reaching within India across so many different states of various people speaking different languages, as well as looking outside. Currently, we have 16 languages. We've just added one more, sorry, it's 17. We are looking at having more Indian languages also on board. To make life easier, suggestions that the system can throw up from an email perspective, from suggested replies, so that you do not have to waste time on how to reply, what should I be doing. This makes it easier to be in constant flow of communication, right? Now, especially when it comes to enterprise, this is where we love spending our time. And I mentioned we have 3 R&D centers. We have R&D, which is customer facing, which interacts with customers, right? If I give you an example, Uber, when they launched in India, was on iOS. The first time they broke away from iOS and moved to Android was on Samsung. This was a global move, and it happened only in India. They faced certain issues 2 months in when they moved from the south of India and launched it in the west of India. Nick Cobbs was the CIO of Uber, who was handling 28 countries at that point in time. They were facing an issue. He could not solve it. His team could not solve it. The only access we as Samsung had was to the call logs being reported by the device. It took us 2.5 weeks to give them a solution, which they took, implemented in their applications, and deployed it in another 6 countries. The logic that things work on. He flew down to Bangalore, where we have the largest R&D in India. He interacted with the team, and he was so happy with the progress. Obviously, we reaped the benefits of the goodwill with phenomenal sales of smartphones to all the cab drivers. When you're looking at security, it is something which is a very sensitive topic. Now, if I'm doing something using AI, it's going on to through the network onto a server. There is some storage happening. Am I comfortable with that? What if I don't have access to the network? Then am I handicapped? No, Samsung's gone beyond that. We've ensured that you can continue to use AI on your device even if you don't have the connectivity, right? This sounds simple, but extremely difficult to implement. And we're very proud that we have done it in our current series, and you can also have it in N-1. So this is a brief video. Can we have the audio, please?
Hi.
Hola, ¿puedes enviarme el gráfico de margen de beneficio del segundo trimestre?
Hello, can you send me the second quarter profit margin chart?
Of course. Wow.
I think I could have saved you all the time by just playing the video because it captured everything that I spoke about. We have differentiated products. We have very specific ruggedized smartphones which are there. For the paucity of time, I'm just going to run through it. These are devices which you can, which are MIL 80 certified, MI AT certified. You can use it with a glove. You can have programmable buttons. There's a lot more, but keeping the time prompter in mind, I'm just going to skip through it. Do come, have a look at the device. It is IP68. It can work in water. You can take it out of a fish tank and still start using it. There's multiple things that you can do with it. There is tremendous scope for this product in India, be it logistics, even surgeons. Let's ideate with you for your customers and see how we can bring this about. This is the latest entrant, and we are extremely excited about this. This is the Galaxy Book 4 series, NPC, Samsung laptops. We have them on display. Please do come and have a look. This is the range. We are working very closely with Microsoft and Intel to bring you the best performance, thin and light, as we can, keeping in mind the heavy workloads that you have in the day. Right? These are some of the features and functions that we have across our devices. The best ever display, which we are world famous for. All-day battery. Now we have a Copilot button on the high-end series of our laptops. We have brought what we have on Android to the Windows platform with our future launches, the GB Book 5 that will be coming out. So we're just looking at how productivity can help you with our devices. Right? So the same things that we discussed earlier are there. So thank you very much. We have an equally long session, one-on-one, to let you know how you as partners can make more margins, more money, and more addressable value to your customers. So thank you.